Well, we are so excited to have you on with us today because when we discovered your music, we have to talk to her. It's so good and so refreshing and so nice, and you must just be feeling really good right about now because you got a lot of people that are piling on and saying how much they love it.
That's so nice. First of all, thank you so much. And I am really excited about this new batch of songs, this release.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and of course, those of us that are fathers or who have a close relationship with our fathers, Shooting Star really kind of hit home for a lot of people, and I bet you're hearing a lot of that too.
Thanks for saying that. And yeah, the response to that song has been really touching. And it means a lot because it was a really emotional song to write, to be honest.
Yeah, and then of course, you've got a new song out right now for those of us that are, have been in distance things. Maybe that hits home too, but I don't know. Maybe people have their own interpretations of it, right?
Totally. Yeah, the song Close is actually, I mean, it can be applied to anything, which I think is beautiful, but it was written about being actually close in proximity to somebody that you feel really distant from. Like when you're on
Yeah,
like, when you're sitting next to somebody on the couch, but you feel like you're a million miles away because you're just in your own stories.
yeah,
But I've heard, responses from that saying, that really hit me about an estranged sibling, and
yeah.
people have taken that song too in all sorts of ways, which you always love to hear. You write it and then
Yeah,
you never know where it's going to go or how people are going to take the art.
that's true. When did you first realize that you had the gift? Because it certainly is a gift.
well well, which gift are you talking about?
Oh, for singing or
For
songwriting.
singing, yeah, I would say that I realized the gift in different times. I um Ever since I was a little girl, I was singing. And then when I was probably 12 or 13, people started to, notice and have me sing at, special graduation ceremonies or this or that. And so it really started around then, singing for me. And ever since I was a little girl, my dad always said, sing from your heart. And so this, it was always an emotional expression. And I remember in high school writing songs, like I would like write little songs and give them to friends as gifts. Um, but I never, you know, I was confident about my singing abilities, but less so about my songwriting. And so it wasn't till I was really in my 20s that I felt more confidence to write songs, and
Absolutely.
that people would, listen to them and connect to them.
Yeah, and it's always tough. It's like putting your baby out there in the world. You're like, oh, okay, don't breathe on them too much. It's tough. It's especially songs that come from a vulnerable place, right?
Totally. I mean, to be quite honest, singing in general, singing a cover song, sometimes feels vulnerable because it's just when I'm singing, I really do feel like I'm just like showing my heart. Like you can hear sadness or hear emotion. So singing feels vulnerable. And then to sing your own song in a performance, it actually is a next level of vulnerability because it's not just like, okay, I hope you like the way I sound. It's like, oh, and here is literally my heart. Here you
Yeah,
go. So
yeah,
yeah. But
absolutely. Well,
that's the name of the game. Vulnerability is the name of the game. That's what I
that's
try to keep myself oriented towards.
That's true. Well, and then of course, you doing something now people look up to and they think, see, now that's what I want to do. But you make it look a lot easier than it is. So, what kind of advice do you give to people that want to follow in your footsteps and give it a shot?
Well, most simply, I say keep going, one foot in front of the other. But
Hmm.
I look at my job, um, if I distill it down, it's my job to feel and to express, feel, express, and then share it. So um, whenever I'm confused, I can come back to that. Like, what's really true and how can I share that? And then, of course, all the other steps that it takes to get into the studio and to package it so that it's um it's on Spotify and Apple and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. My co-host is Drew Pearson, who I'm dressed up for, about to go film. And he's one of our great Dallas Cowboys, caught the Hail Mary, went in the Hall of Fame. And we love asking people their Hail Mary moment, which is that moment in your life or career where you just had to go for it and it worked out for you. What do you suppose that was for you?
A Hail Mary moment.
Yeah, there might be a few. You never know.
There are definitely a few, but I would say one of them was being given the opportunity um, to write an album. And I would have said, oh, maybe I'm not ready for it. Maybe I'm not good enough yet. And the Hail Mary moment was to say, this is everything I've been asking for years, and everyone's showing up. The people that I want to write with, the people that I want to to produce it, the people that want me to perform live. And so I would say the Hail Mary moment came before releasing my album 2 years ago, where everything was in place and I had to step into it. I had to say yes, and I did. I was like, I'm the quarterback and this is what we're doing. And to be honest, stepping into that energy, it's amazing what was able to happen when I with that kind of leadership of just saying, okay, yeah, I am ready and it's time. And
Mhm.
so yeah, it was definitely that was a big one.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, sometimes you kind of have to manifest it. And hey, today's the right way to do it, the right day to do it because it's 8/8. So, have to put it out there,
So
right?
true. Lionsgate,
That's
exactly.
right.
Exactly.
Sure is. And well, part of that is that success mindset. And we talk about that on the show. Is there something that you tell yourself that kind of keeps you on the right path? Because, as creative types, we're sensitive creatures and, it's sometimes it's hard.
I really what keeps me on track is I feel like I know my purpose. And I feel like that purpose is to share my heart, to give to help people access emotion by feeling and emoting, giving other people permission. So I really what keeps me centered is really feeling like I am on the right path. I'm doing what I was put on this earth to do. And as long as I can show up to that, that's all there. I feel really um lucky to know that because there's so many people who don't maybe know exactly what their
Yeah.
thing is or what their niche is. Um, and so, I really do go back to living in purpose and being in service. I feel like music is in deep service. And before
Mhm.
I was doing secular music, I was doing religious music, which actually really is in deep service by nature. It's not about you.
Mhm.
It's about a greater purpose. And so I look at what I'm doing now the same way.
Yeah, oh, I love that.
Service.
Well, so now are we going to get to see the service live? Are we going to see a tour or maybe some shows here and there?
Absolutely.
Good.
So this summer's been really exciting about putting the music out. And I'm really, really excited to get on the road in early winter.
Good. And we'll also hear some new songs trickle out from you as well, I'm assuming.
Absolutely. So the rest of the album is coming out in 8 days,
Good.
and I'm so excited about that.
Mhm.
And then yeah, the rest of the summer into fall, I have a couple more singles coming out, some collaborations with other artists, and
Good.
so yeah, there's a lot in the pipeline right now that I'm really
Uh,
yeah.
well, that's exciting. We just wanted to check in with you and put a little bit out there about it because the music is really touching. It is really good. want everybody to hear it. And then, of course, hopefully we'll get to see you live here pretty soon. But for now, we're going to tell everyone to check it out and pick up the album in 8 days. And up there's the 8 again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent.
thank you so much, Paul. I really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks
And we'll
for
see you in
listening.
absolutely. And we'll see you in person again very, very soon. Thank you so
We'll
much.
see you soon.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.